All right. So Linda's trying to check the fluids, and looks like we might have a dead battery. Yeah, don't keep trying to start it. Go ahead and pop the trunk. While we're at it, we're going to check the fluids.
Stop the trunk.
I mean the hood. Yeah, I'm sorry. English majors are watching. You're right. It's the hood. Right.
Aren't you happy about the situation? What the piece of crap show?
All right. So let's look at. She wants to talk about. She wanted to get the owner's manual and look at the different fluids.
What's so funny? This shit ain't funny. This shit is fucking business. Get the fuck out of my face.
I was just sorry. Look at you. Linda the mechanic.
Alright, we got an antifreeze right up there.
All right. So we're looking at this part, which is the antifreeze.
Correct.
You can clearly see.
Pontiac 2009.
What's that right there?
Windshield fluid.
Windshield fluid good?
Yeah. Make sure you
she's
put
gonna,
the capsule.
she's going to get a job at the oil shop.
Alright.
The quickie oil.
Transmission will be this. Okay?
Right.
It should be a little slight peakish.
Is that what you use? You use a bag on it?
Well, that's how I do it.
That's how she does it. She can always get a hold of a bag.
Do you have a cloth available if you don't like the way?
Yes, I do. I can get you one.
Alright, so you want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm going to go get a cloth. You want to use a cloth usually. You can use a piece of paper like this too. Or you can use just a regular cloth like this right here. You want to use something like this.
One thing that I'm missing is the brake fluid.
Yeah, you want to check that too. Your tires PSI are 25.
That was a brake fluid.
Right.
This is a windshield.
Yeah.
Fluid.
Windshield wiper. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always next to it.
You want to check the oil?
I should put the cap back on.
What's this right here down here?
That's transmission fluid.
Transmission. Did you check it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Where's the oil? That's
I don't think this car.
yeah. You want to make sure that that's put on correctly. Right there. That's an important one. You make sure it's tight. Okay. Make that.
Does it have a fucking
Make sure that's
dipstick?
on there.
Does
That's
it have
tight.
a dipstick?
Yeah, it will. It should have one.
Where's the dipstick?
It's a good question. You got the owner's manual?
No, I don't.
Okay.
All right. So I have brake fluid. Shut up.
Okay.
I'm telling the story.
I'm thinking that's oil.
No, that's transmission.
You're
fluid.
sure it's transmission?
Yes,
Okay.
because it was peakish. That was that.
Usually, in most cases, the rule of thumb is you're going to be able to check the oil near the cap. Usually, it's going to be by the cap. And most every car I've ever seen.
So if you believe this is the fucking oil dipstick for dipshit,
You take 5W30.
Yes. So then where is my transmission fluid?
That one's the harder one to find. The
Alright, this
easy
is
one,
long. This is
you can
long.
tell if you look at it and smell it and feel it, it'll smell like oil. It'll also sometimes say it on the stick. Okay? Now look, right here.
Sure.
That's oil. I'm going to show you why it's oil. See, because it looks like oil. Now take that little piece of paper or that napkin. English majors are watching, so watch out. Take the paper that you have in your hand and dip this on the paper. Right there. Okay? Okay, you're kind of doing it. Use some dexterity. That's oil.
What boss to be around? I'm
Now
the
look at the
manager.
paper. Look at the paper.
Yes, I know. Then
That's
you can
oil.
see it. Fine.
Okay.
The
So but
bag
look
and
on
the-
this right here, and you can see some of the oil on it right there.
Then where's
Now-
the transmission fluid?
That one's harder to find.
Put that
That's an
back in the
oil
hole.
gauge right there. You can see the oil on it.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's oil.
I believe you might be right.
Probably. There's a good chance that that's
Put it back
oil.
in the hole and turn it.
The transmission one is going to look a little funky, and it's harder to find. Yeah. They don't always have them in the same areas of every car. This is a Pontiac 2009.
Any scrolls? Any cats?
No, it doesn't look like they got under there. It probably is too drafty. Your Mazda was nice and warm. That's why the squirrels completely destroyed it.
Where is my transmission stick?
That's what I'm looking for.
Where's my power steering? Where's my brake fluid?
Usually your power steering only has like a, it doesn't really have a stick always. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Some cars do, some don't. Sometimes you have to move something to get to the transmission.
I'm not gonna move too much. That wire is very fragile.
Yeah, don't be pushing a lot of wires and stuff like that.
I don't know where the hell that
Because it could be real sensitive. You don't know what you're gonna...
I don't know. Who has a car that has a battery in the freaking trunk, for God's
I'm looking through here. You need to get the owner's manual. Do you have it? Can you get through on this side? Oh, you can't even get through on this side.
Of course not.
It's old school. Old school GM. What you're dealing with is a GM. General Motors, baby. General Motors, all down the line.
A skinny wire. I can break.
You can look it up online. You can Google the auto manual. You can actually learn to rebuild this entire car through YouTube.
Well,
Pontiacs.
This car because the squirrels ate my freaking Mazda. You think I'm happy with this fucking piece of
I
shit
would
car?
go and just look 2009. Go to YouTube 2009. We'll do it together and look for transmission fluid stick. It'll tell you exactly where it's at in a matter of seconds. We'd know.
I'm moving this shit.
Yeah, information is easy to access. Don't move that. Don't move that. All right. So we're looking good on fluids. Now we're gonna find the transmission stick.
Did the best we can. 3 out of 5.
Calling American Pontiac G5. My name is Shaquille. Can I have your account number? I'm thinking today all together.
All right.
So no additional $695.
It's probably damn fucking. Pontiac.
Yes, ma'am. He should be giving you a call soon. I believe he just finished up his last call, so he should be getting in contact with you soon.
Oh, okay. No, I actually hit like the wrong button, so now it's asking me to do a survey. So I just want to make sure the order didn't get canceled.
No, ma'am. That's usually a automated text message from Geico that they send out.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Double checking. Okay. Well, you know, that costs money.
All right. Well, we got it started. So we're gonna. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna vlog that. Linda cut her finger. All right. So we're in Linda's Pontiac, and tire pressure system is on right here. And I went and manually checked the tire pressure, and we're looking at like 25 psi, which not is really good. It has been sitting around for quite a bit of time. I would suggest keep your psi at least at 30 and up. But some people do keep their psi 28.
I have self-checkout over there.
28 and higher, but only one of your tires in the back was reading at 26 psi. It only took 3 tries to get it started. The Geico third-party tow gem is what they're called. They never showed up, so we had to get a friend to actually, jump the vehicle. They didn't even call you, did they? Man, the guy was like, "Yo, man, we're gonna be there later." I was like, "Whatever." And we were stuck there for an hour and 30 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy never showed up. Now the other guy, the Asian guy, he showed up on time, and he was really nice. He jumped it in one little try.
To the right. What do you have time?
Okay, yeah, we're heading to the right. But we're probably gonna. Whoa! Look at that guy. Yeah. We're probably gonna do a double shift tomorrow. Is what we're thinking. Double shift tomorrow. You're thinking a double shift tomorrow?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
The thing about the situation.
I'm gonna make a joke about. She made a joke about the pliers because of the type of town we're in. She's like, "Here's some pliers." You can't really see it. She's getting cat food, and I suggested a Band-Aid because she cut herself in the back of the trunk. I guess it was one of the trying to pick up or trying to mess around with the battery. They got old school features too. You can see back in the day, this is probably mid 2000 to 2010 or so, they had these things where you could make a phone call through your rear. They probably still do it. They were just real popular in 2009 or so. That's for medical, probably. This is probably for OnStar. It's an OnStar rear mirror, and this was probably a phone call. I don't know if it's for all phone calls. Now they usually put it here. You can see here, this is a 2009 G5 Pontiac. You've got, I don't even really know what this does right here. This sets resumes, so this would be for cruise, probably. Info. You get information on the temperature, trip. So this would be a resume for cruise control. Or if you're trying to reset the trip, you can do it right here. Info is trip B there. Fuel range low, so you can see at the top, that's fuel. 18.6 miles a gallon per average. 0 mpg instructions. This is probably AV speed, 13 miles per hour. Oil life, 73%. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it actually gives the oil life of the vehicle, if you know what that means. So it's monitoring how good the oil is. It's at 73%. So I don't know the percentage on when it requests for an oil change. You're looking at info here. Coolant, it has a coolant at 194 Fahrenheit. PCI 24. I guess maybe it's reading the PCI. That's what I read it in my gauge. I read it at about 24 to 20. Oh, this is each one. This is left, right. Okay, so you can go through all of this right here. Oil life, that's pretty cool they do that. Coolant. This is left front PCI zeroed out, and then PCI 24 RF, the right front. It's not reading the left front, but it's reading the right front. I read it at about 20 to 24 PSI. But my gauge is kind of one of those gauges you pick up at like a gas station. Left range and then right range. Then you've got 47 Fahrenheit. It's only got 126,000 miles on it. Trip A, trip B. See if I can reset the trip on it. I'll just probably leave it that way. 910A and 910-1. I guess maybe since she's bought it, probably. She's only driven 910 miles since she purchased it. And this right here would be for the cruise control. And this is probably, I don't know exactly what this would be. That's probably cruise control. Yeah, because it's showing the speedometer. So that's cruise control. And that's set. And then resume and set. Pretty cool. Got a pretty extensive thing for radio. I don't see a CD player though. But you know what? That is a CD player right there. Let me look at this for a second. That's actually a pretty big benefit nowadays to have a CD player in the vehicle. This is actually a CD player. I'm gonna turn the light on. Yeah, that's a CD player. So you can actually play CDs in it. This is very rare in a lot of vehicles. Nowadays, you're not gonna get that at all. So that's pretty cool. These were very popular in 2009. Probably one of the best sellers. For Pontiac, though, the G5 probably was one of the best sellers. This is what hazards right here. It's a pretty cool setup. It shows the red lights in there for auto lights off. It shows that. And auto lights back on. And it's for flashing the light there. Probably another thing that's cool is if the lights are on, you can keep the brights on. And that's very common in most vehicles. There's probably certain features that have changed over the last 10 years that either they no longer have. You've got a charger here, which is right here. So I'll turn this. You can see the charger right here, which is basically almost kind of cigarette lighter setup for your if you're trying to power something. Most likely that was probably originally for cigarette lighters, but you have to buy the cigarette lighters. Back then, even they didn't recommend smoking, so that you'd have to purchase a little cigarette lighter that you would push in there. But you can also probably charge different devices. But I was looking around, didn't see any USB. The streaming is not popular. You got another cigarette lighter right here. And you see there's no streaming, no USB. It certainly could be added. You have this, which looks like XM Preview is what that's coming off as. Then you have your defroster and the way the air comes out here. Band. I don't know what band would be. That's AM, FM. Oh, that's for radio. The bandwidth of the radio. Favorite is probably your favorite channel. Program here. This would be different devices or programming the hour, minutes, date, month, year. This is for the CD. This is what? XM only. That's the radio. The radio is actually not too bad. Pretty good for, I don't know if it's a factory radio though. I don't know if they added a radio. You never know. There's the input device for the CD and AUX. But pretty simple on tech. You do have something here underneath your AUX, which might be for an MP3 or even an iPod shuffle. Back in the day, you could plug an iPod shuffle in there and listen to it. That's how you listen to music. That's probably what that is for. So if you got your phone, you have an AUX cable, you can plug it on both sides and plug it into the phone and then stream whatever you want. So it does have streaming capability if this is AUX right here, which it might be. That might be an AUX hole. So you do have the capabilities of streaming as well as a CD. So not bad on the setup right there.
Move in, move out, let's go. 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 Move out, let's go.